Hi everyone. Today I have a great interview with Amer talking about his experience as a software tester and getting ISTQB certified through ASTQA and ASTQB. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you for having me.
So to start off, could you give us a bit of background on yourself, how you got into software testing, how long you've been software testing, and what your current job is?
Yeah, sure. I'm currently working as a senior software test automation engineer, actually, and I have more than 7 years of experience. So I actually started my career as a developer. So I realized early that my passion towards software testing. So I shifted into QA and the QC actually. Since then, I have built experience across several projects and several area of QA, like automation, performance, and manual testing also. So today, when I describe my background, I would say this is a combination of all manual and automation and performance with more than 7 years of experience. Yes.
Yeah, that's a great background. I feel like a lot of people talk about they start as a developer and they realize their passion more lies in that QA.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so you have pretty deep experience, 7+ years as a test automation engineer. So why did you decide to get ISTQB certified?
Actually, I will tell you the truth. So I decided to get the ISTQB certification for both professional and practical reasons. To be honest, the first ISTQB reason for me to take it, it's actually depend on the ISTQB. It's globally recognized, and the ISTQB it's added value and they increase my credibility actually. And this is I see this is a strong advantage. And some of employers make it required or see it as a strong advantage. But for me, the biggest reason was that in the real project, we something do process or something like that, but we don't know actually if this is a good thing or this is a best practices or not. And this technique, it's already fit our process or not. So that I'm curious about is this is actually or the right thing we do or not. So that I decided to take the ISTQP to know and to fill my curiosity.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that makes a lot of sense, that global standard. And yeah, understanding like,
Yes.
am I doing this the right way or am I doing this, the wrong way?
Yes.
I think a lot of people share that. And so talking
Yes.
about your ISTQB certification, you have six different ISTQB certifications. You can see them
Yes.
printed out behind you. Um,
Yes.
yeah, they look great. So how did you actually prepare for these different certifications? Because obviously some of them are different topic areas, some of them are different difficulties. What was your preparation process like?
Yes, yes, yeah. As you told, my preparation approach was very simple and very consistent. So I relied mainly on the official syllabus and the official sample question and answer in ISTQB website. Another question and answers that provided by ASTQB and the ATSQA. So that my experience maybe it helped me, but I recommend for anyone that is a new or fresh or a beginner in software testing that try to accredit a software training center or something like that to know how to apply these techniques or something that they learn in a real project. So that I recommend syllabus and question answer and how to apply the thing on real projects. That's it.
I think that last point's really good. How do you actually apply this? Because yeah, obviously you're
Yes.
learning a lot from the syllabus, you're taking the back exam to actually applying it. And so that kind of leads me to my next question. With all these different certifications, how do you see the impact of your ISTQB certification on your day-to-day work?
Okay, the first impact throws a formal terminologies that we use in communication with the stakeholders or maybe in interviews. And the second impact, how I think, how my process will be improved, how I can set the risk or something like that. So all of us, we can execute test cases or we can execute automation or performance. But what is the best practice about this? And when we have disagreement of our opinion in my colleagues, what exactly is the right thing, what exactly the right process. So I see the impact. So when I tell tell it that my colleagues that actually this is the processes in ISTQB say what really yes this is this is actually the right thing. So we can end the communication and end the discussion with the right thing and we apply it and we see the benefit and improve it and so on.
Yeah, I think that's great. And I think it's great you're saying you see the benefit, you see the improvement by doing it the right way. So you've taken your exams through ASTQB and ATSQA, and so what was the deciding factor in getting it through them as opposed to a different country board or a different exam provider?
Actually, anyone seeking for get certification, they try to get the board or something like that that's well recognized and will globally recognized actually, and will well structured for their process in the exam or something like that. And what is the term of if I take it the exam in center or online or something like that? They provide both, and actually they provide more question and answer than any board else. Also, they provide a flexibility and support 24 hours. For me, in an exam, 24 hours, whatever I take the exam early or late or something like that, if I have a problem in my laptop or something like that, the support or very supportive and 24 hours. And this is a big advantage for me. So maybe in internet loss or something like that when I taking an exam online. So for me, it's very good. And I recommend the ASTQB and the ATSQA actually for anyone trying to get certification. They support it, and also something very important, they provide a discount for retaking exam if you didn't pass.
Yeah, no, I mean, some of those ISTQ exams are very hard. So yeah, ASTQ and ASTQA do provide discounts for taking certain exams. And the point you touched on about the extra sample exams, I completely agree with you. My own preparation for ISTQB exams, those extra sample exams do really come in handy. So lastly, with your experience with your ISTQ certifications, this well-rounded software tester, what tips or advice would you give to new software testers or people looking to get into the field of software testing?
Actually, my advice to build practical skills and theoretical understanding at the same time. If any new beginner trying to enter the field of software testing, or this is actually new tester, they have to know what is the exactly techniques or what is the tools or what is the execution. This is a good, but they have to know what is the behind of this, why we do this. And actually, for me, I see any tester that have to know what and how do this process and what is the best practice and something like that. If you have an internship or in a job, this is good. You can apply what you actually learn in your projects. But if you don't, I prefer to take ISTQB foundation level and trying to start to apply these techniques in a project in a testing center or something like that. Yes.
Yeah, I think that that's a great point, building those practical skills and also building those skills through ISTQB. I think that makes
Yes.
a well-rounded tester. So thank you so much for your time today.
Yes.
I'm sure your answers will be very insightful to people looking to get ISTQB certified and new software testers.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all of you. Okay.